Hillary Clinton compares Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler on The View and claims re-electing former president would lead to the end of our country as we know it. Hillary Clinton has made a direct comparison between Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler as she claimed the former president winning in 2024 would lead to almost unimaginable wreckage for America. She drew parallels between how the Nazi leader became a dictator and what she claimed were Trump's dictatorial, authoritarian tendencies which would lead to the end of our country as we know it. During an appearance on The View, Clinton accused Trump of wanting to throw opponents in jail and shut down a free press if he regains the White House. Clinton lost to Trump when she was the Democrat presidential nominee in 2016, and was previously Secretary of State. Trump is currently the frontrunner to be the Republican nominee again in 2024. Hillary Clinton launches a new attack on her nemesis Donald Trump on The View. Hillary Clinton leaves the studios of The View in New York. Clinton said, "The wreckage is almost unimaginable. You know, when I was Secretary of State, I used to talk about one and done. What I meant by that was people would get legitimately elected and then they would try to do away with elections, and do away with opposition, and do away with a free press. And you could see in countries where, well, Hitler was duly elected, right? All of a sudden someone with those tendencies, those dictatorial, authoritarian tendencies, would be like, okay, we're going to shut this down, we're going to throw these people in jail." And they didn't usually telegraph that. Trump is telling us what he intends to do. Take him at his word. The man means to throw people in jail who disagree with him, shut down legitimate press outlets, do what he can to literally undermine the rule of law and our country's values. Clinton spoke to hosts of The View including Alyssa Farah Griffin, who was part of Trump's communications team in his first term. Clinton and Trump in a presidential debate in 2016. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than Clinton claimed Trump would try to put political opponents in jail. In 1932 Hitler lost an election for president, but his Nazi party won the largest number of seats in a separate parliamentary election. As a result he was appointed chancellor. He then went on to become a dictator. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than Hitler in 1933, a year after the 1932 election which led to him becoming chancellor. On The View, Clinton was asked what she thought would happen if Trump was re-elected. She said, "Oh, I can't even think that, because I think it would be the end of our country as we know it. And I don't say that lightly. You know, I hated losing. And I especially hated losing to him because I had seen so many warning signals during the campaign. But I immediately said, look, we have to give him a chance. We've got to support, you know, the president we have. And I meant it. And I tried really hard," she added. And then literally, from his inauguration on, it was nothing but, you know, accusing people of things, making up facts, denying the size of the crowd at his own inauguration, and everything that I worried about I saw unfolding. I think that he'd be even worse now because he was somewhat restrained, believe it or not, in the first term by people who he hired because he thought they would go along with him, and they stood up to him." Clinton said if Trump was ever near the Oval Office again he would find people who have no principles, no conscience, who are totally tied to his fortunes. Literally, and therefore would do whatever he said.